Thank you for stopping by my channel, CryptoQ Media. I'll see you later. Could the elite be hatching a secret conspiracy involving Ripple and XRP? Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into Ripple's significant impact on the present financial sector, crypto liquidity. Increasing our liquidity capacity is a continuous effort at Ripple Payments, thanks to our innovative liquidity channels and our network development to nearly global coverage. As we go into XRP and Ripple's developments, it becomes evident that the split has something fascinating. When we examine traditional finance more closely, we find that it is plagued by numerous inefficiencies, intermediaries, and bottlenecks. Furthermore, I believe it is quite clear at this particular moment that, given that everything else is going digital, the digitalization of both the money and the pathways it takes is a logical next step. Even in the midst of pandemics like COVID-19, we monitor the financial markets closely. In March of 2020, for example, massive sell-offs in the stock and cryptocurrency markets were caused by global economic uncertainty, which created temporary liquidity issues as we dealt with these issues. The lack of liquidity is plain to see. I plan to continue talking about it, as I have recently. We are escalating a liquidity crisis. Restriction on banks persists. Also adding to their worry is the fact that they still have a lot of debt from commercial real estate. The scenario we are dealing with involves debt that is increasing at an alarming rate and falling markets. Although there is currently little evidence to suggest a recession is imminent, I am of the belief that we will eventually reach a wall and experience a global liquidity catastrophe. If we step back and look at the larger picture, this will cause a huge change in traditional finance. Although there have been significant advancements in the reliability and speed of cross-border payments through traditional banking systems, there are still significant issues that need to be addressed. Even if the transaction was completed considerably faster than before, users of SWIFT-based transactions often question what happened to their money. Also, it could be tough to transfer money on holidays, weekends, or other non-traditional banking hours because intermediaries aren't always accessible to settle transactions. Issues such as these communication breakdowns and unforeseen delays continue to exist even in a more linked globe. Consequently, this presents a significant challenge. This is in reference to SWIFT, isn't it? They will not be around for much longer unless they alter their current approach. In our previous discussions, I have stressed that Ripple has no need to try to undermine SWIFT. I will reiterate this point. A key motivating factor is the urgent need for new ideas. Their job is to think out fresh concepts. The ripple effect will play a role in the future of the financial sector. They were already part of the digital age when it happened. Nevertheless, the contrast is laid out at this place. We have access to SWIFT, Ripple and Nexus. Features such as access, a leased line or virtual private network VPN that has been certified to ISO 22 standards, a high level of pre-funding, a speed of 9 hours on average, cost, transparency before, during, and after the transaction, certainty in the case of any failure, among many others. Ripple has a very little market share right now. There is no pre-funding required, and the speed is almost real-time ex ante. This is the cost before and after the transaction. The outcome of the activity is determined in a few of seconds. In comparison to Nexus, Ripple is still superior, and its REST API is compatible with ISO 22. With Smokedog's help, we were able to establish a technical connection between Ripple and the XRP ledger using ISO 22. Using Ripple's services requires an ISO 2052 REST API connection, as seen in the first graphic that summarizes market options for international payments. One example that falls under this category is Ripple. The REST API is the de facto standard for connecting Ripple to back-end systems. The main technical aspects of the REST API's connectivity to the Ripple API and the XRP ledger flaws. A deeper inspection reveals the method to reintroduce Ripple. Within a few weeks, we can incorporate the Ripple pilot. This is how financial institutions are reintegrated. Here, REST-style APIs play a crucial role. Work together with support, audit trails, and compliance-related back-end activities. On top of that, there's the sending and receiving, and a detailed description of how Ripple Labs operates. Sitting at the very bottom is the XRP Ledger Integrated Peer-to-Peer Network. Data and Application Programming Interfaces APIs are examples of middleware. That is the fundamental and crucial way it functions. Everyone is staring at SWIFTs now that we're studying SWIFT. The International Monetary System relies on SWIFT, which has approximately 11,000 connected financial institutions. And if we shift our focus to CGI, they just revealed some information regarding the reliability of moving $21 trillion daily. In reality, we assist our clients in transferring more than $21 trillion in monetary transactions daily, including real-time payments, and CGI is a key player behind Fast and all these other companies. In addition, our services facilitate the processing of 20% of SWIFT payment transactions, 35% of Fedwire transactions, and a substantial fraction of the world's foreign exchange settlements. SWIFT is in charge of the daily flow of about $5 trillion, in case anyone didn't know. We have been involved with the payments business since the 1970s, when we worked on SWIFT interface solutions for clients and examined the architecture of SWIFT, the first infrastructure for electronic payments. SWIFT interface solutions for businesses were born out of this. Therefore, for over 40 years, we have collaborated with banks to digitize and modernize payments, allowing their customers to benefit from quicker, easier, and more secure transactions. Is it necessary for me to bring up CGI now? Please explain how the subject of computer-generated graphics is being raised. Therefore, they intend to innovate by making use of next-gen technology, and they are moving forward with real-time payments that center on payments specifically. What followed is unbelievable. To encourage the usage of blockchain technology, CGI employs the Ripple validator node. It was 2016 when all of this occurred. This is just mind-blowing. Regardless of the time, I want to stress these links that Ripple does have. To further decentralize the Ripple network, we are eagerly anticipating CGI's deployment of a validator. The network is strengthened by having a significant enterprise player contribute to Ripple's consensus process, and our collaboration with CGI to make blockchain technology even easier to integrate into commercial production relies on this. With CGI at the forefront of payments transformation, our clients get the rewards of our partnership with Ripple. Extending our use of distributed financial technology is something we're very excited about because we want to help banks reduce implementation risk and increase time to value. A lot of money is changing hands at CGI, and the firm is massive. There are a lot of people who are linked to them. Integration may occur almost instantly once rules are in place, as shown by Ripple's signed agreements. Give me an example of how the powerful are involved. It's as simple as pie. Do you not believe that the World Economic Forum is actively working to avert a cyber pandemic? There was a recent outage on the CrowdStrike website. The world is shrouded in shadows. The irony is that the World Economic Forum is a partner of CrowdStrike. In a 2017 post, Ripple, another partner of the World Economic Forum, stated that SWIFT was careless in protecting its users against cyber attacks that extended beyond the core network. This is a fascinating topic. Indeed, it is intriguing due to the presence of some critically crucial connections. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that the World Economic Forum is the mastermind behind all of this. Has long since called for a worldwide cyber attack. Indeed, we have been considering this for some time. This becomes even more strange when we think about the fact that Ripple played a significant role in pushing the narrative of cyber assaults in 2017 and that CrowdStrike and Ripple are both partners in this. The cyber pandemic, an attack on cyber systems that will make them unworkable, is now added to this. Why should we give our whole attention to just one thing? Why, since they won't have anything to help them stand back up if they trip. Just because they need to be turned back on doesn't mean the digital age will start then. Is that the real reason for all this to happen? After taking a cursory look at Swift, it's totally doable, isn't it? Swift is able to shake things up because to a new blockchain technology. Implementing the new system following a cyber pandemic has rendered everything unusable is the quickest way to get everything functioning on DLT and digital rails, and they're investigating new possibilities with blockchain technology. Who cares about the behind-the-scenes drama when a cyber attack knocks Swift to its knees and authorizes an upgrade? Our quickness in fixing this is quite remarkable. Their built-in Ripple feature is quite impressive when they power back on. Think it's ridiculous, it sounds insane, but you have to remember what Swift is doing right now. The interview that was just recently, is it still on your mind? December was probably the month in question. This is the new global rail system that Citi, Swift, and Ripple CEO is building. It is beginning to take shape. In this case, it is crucial to read between the lines. In my opinion, it has already been resolved. A huge change is on the horizon. Some catastrophic event, like a catastrophe or a cyber attack, will render systems inoperable, necessitating an update. Thereafter, we start to see the digital rails actually moving. Thank you for taking the time to view this. After you're done, please subscribe and give me your feedback.